students, welcome to statistics class. We were discussing about percentage bar diagram and we already completed one problem under percentage bar diagram. Percentage bar diagram, it comes under one dimensional diagram. How many kinds of one dimensional diagrams are there? Four kinds of one dimensional diagrams are there. So in that, the first comes their simple bar diagram and second one multiple bar diagram. Third one subdivided or component bar diagram. And here we are in the fourth one, that is percentage bar diagram. We completed one problem and today we'll complete one more problem. With that we can complete with the one dimensional diagram. Now see the problem there. Represent the following data by percentage bar diagram. What they have given, two families are there and items on different expenditure on different items has been given there. So we need to find out. Now firstly we need to prepare a table for family A, then we need to prepare a table for family B. Represents the, we need to find out the percentages. We need to find out the percentages of given values. What expenditure they have given on different item. That percentage we need to find out. Then we need to find out the cumulative value. That value we need to represent in the diagram, percentage bar diagram. Now we prepare the table here. Here first we will write items. We go with family A, items. Then here comes expenditure, then percentage, then cumulative. Now, which are the different items there? There first comes food, then clothing, then comes education, then comes their other expenses. Now, expenditure, write the expenditures of family A on different items. Then on food expenditure, this is in rupees, that is 1500, then 1250, then 250, and the last one 109. Now what we need to do initially? Initially what items they have given, what expenditure they have given, we need to pay a total. When we total it, we get here 3,190. We get there 3,190. Now what we need to find out? Now we need to find the percentage of individual component. Percentage of an individual component. What is the formula for that? In order to find out percentage of an individual component. The formula goes like individual value. I write I dot B, individual value divided by total value divided by total value. Individual value divided by total value into 100. Since percentage bar diagram, we need to take percentage, we need to multiply there into 100. Now take their first one, 1500 individual value. That is 1500 divided by, what is the total? 3,190. 3,190 into 100. So what do we get for first one there? First one we get there 47.02. This is the first value. The first percentage we get 47.02. So we'll make it here approximate value and we'll write 47.02 means we can write here 47. Since the immediate after decimal, the immediate value is less than 5. If it is 5 or more than 5, we can increase it by 1. Now next calculation, no need to show here. Once we have to write the formula and any one calculation or two calculation we can show. For I will show here, I have shown one calculation. Nextly, we directly calculate and write. The next one comes, that is 1250 divided by 3190 into 100. What do we get there? 1250 divided by 3190 into 100, we get there 39.18. Next one we get 39.18. We'll write here percentage as 39. Then next one, come to third one. That is 250 by 3190 into 100. What do we get? There we get 7.83. So what we need to write when we write as approximate, whether we need to write 7 or 8, we can make it 8, because the after decimal the first value is greater than 5, so we can increase it by 1. Here it was less than 5, so we need to write as it is 39. Here we can increase, we will write as 8. Next one, the last one, others. There 190 by total value 3190 into 100. What do we get there? There we get 5.95. And when we make it approximate, as I said, after decimal, here it is 9. So it is more than 5. So we can increase it. When we make it approximate, we can make it as 6. So we got there the percentage of an individual component. We have got there. Now we have to make the cumulative one. Let's go on adding the value. 47, first one. 47 plus 39, we get there 86. 86 plus 8, 94. 94 plus 6, 100. 1 minute. Now after making percentage, we have to total. We need to get there 100. Sometimes what happens in the sense, your values, calculation, everything will be proper. Here you will not get 100. You will get sometimes 99 or 98 you will get. In such case, you have to increase any of the one value. You have to increase any one value, you have to increase, and anyhow you have to make it 100. That is, it is not a problem. It is not nothing wrong with that. But we need to get here total as 100. If we do not get, if we get 99 or 98, no, most of the time 99 we may get sometimes. But you have to increase any of the one value. Now here we get 100, so no problem. Now we'll move towards the second one, the family B. Firstly we'll make the table will make, then we'll go towards the preparation of diagram. Now here family B, right there as it is expenditure. There you write expenditure, items, then expenditure, percentage, then cumulative values. See, you need to draw tables there. I have not drawn tables. You have to draw the tables for this. Then write the items there one by one. Food, clothing, education, then others. Now, what is the expenditure in rupees? Now write there. Food, there 1,500, and clothing it is 600. Then education is 500, and amount. When we total it, we get there 3,300. Here we get total as 3,300. Now we need to find out the percentage. Write the formula there. Percentage of an individual component. Individual component is equal to individual value divided by total value into 100. Total value into 100. Now take the first one. What is that first one? 1,500. 1,500 individual value. Total value is 3,300. 3,300 into 100. What do we get? For the first one, what do we get? There you get 45.45. You get there 45.45. Approximately you can take it as 45. Approximately you can take it as 45. Then come to next one, that is 600 by 3,300 into 100. What do you get? 600 by 3,300 into 100. There you get 18.18. There you get 18.18. We can write it as 18. Approximately we can write it as 18 since it is less than 5. After decimal, the first value is less than 5. Then next one. 500 divided by 3,300 into 100. 500 by 3,300 into 100. There you get 15.15. There you get 15.15. Now we can write it as 50. Now come to last one, that is 700 divided by 3,300 into 100. 700 divided by 3,300 into 100. There you get 21.21. 21.21. We can make it as 20. Now total it. What do you get when you total? Here we get as, what is the total? We get here 99. As I said when we were doing the previous table, I have told you that sometimes you will get 99, but since it is a percentage bar diagram, here we have to get 100. Now we have to increase any one of the values. Now see here, it is not possible to increase any of the one value. Here it is 45, here 4 is there, so it should be 5 or more than 5, then only we can increase. But here we are not getting total as 99. One value will increase this as, will increase this one as 90. Will increase this one. Anyhow, here 18 is there. Any other value also you can increase. 45 or 45 you can make it 46. 15 you can make it 16. So one value will increase so that here we get total as 100. You won't get 97, 96 and all. 99 you will get sometimes. Calculation everything is right, but still we get the value as 99. Now we will make the cumulative there. There it is 45. 45 plus 19, it is 64, and 64 plus 15, that is 79. 79 plus 21, there we get 100. Now we completed with the table. Now we will move towards the diagram, preparation of diagram. I will erase the problem. I think it's not necessary. Now firstly write the family A, showing the expenditure on different items of family A, family B. That also you can write. Here I will write the expenditures of family A and family B. You can write percentage bar diagram showing the expenditure on different items of family A, family B. That also you can write. Now, x-axis and y-axis. X-axis and y-axis. Here it is x-axis. This is y-axis. Now, family A here, and we are not considering any scale in the y-axis, and here it should be always 100. The length of the bar should be always 100 since it is a percentage bar diagram. Now we'll take here values as 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and here it is 100. Here it is 100. Now we'll draw the bars to the length of 100, the length of 100. Here also bars to the length of 100. Bars to the length of 100. Now, after drawing that, we write a scale here. Scale y-axis is equal to 1 centimeter equal to 10 rupees. This 10 rupees expenditure they have given in the form of rupees. Now, the values we will see there, and we have to locate. This side we represented the expenditure in rupees. Expenditure in rupees. Now here we will see the cumulative values. The first one, that family A, we go with family A, sorry, that is 47. The first one it is 47. That is food. Next clothing comes 86. Clothing comes 86. And here education comes 94. Then last one, that is others. This is with family A. Now we'll go with family B. Here food comes 45. Food comes 45. Next it is clothing comes 64 there. Clothing comes 64. Then comes there education 79. Education 79. And last one others. Then it reaches to 100. Now shade it with different designs. We need to give different kinds of shades here. Now prepare the index. First one, second one, third one, fourth one. Now, what is that term? What we located food first? First it is food. So this is food. Don't get confused. Most of you will do mistakes while writing this index. The first one we have taken from here. You will locate others first. So first we have taken this 147. Then it comes clothing. Then comes education. Then comes education, and last one others. So this is a percentage bar diagram. I hope it is clear. It is similar to component or subdivided bar diagram. There also we divide it in the same format. The difference is their length we will not draw it towards 100. Their length we will draw what is the total. Now there what happens now? This total will be there. Percentage we won't take there. This total, up to this total we draw the length. Then this values only will make the cumulative 1500 plus 600. That will locate here. But in case of percentage, different is we need to take percentage. Then we need to make the cumulative of that percentage values. And here total is always 100. Then total is up to what is the total of this value we get, that is the length of the bars. So with this, with percentage bar diagram, we completed all the kinds of that one dimensional bar diagrams. As I said, there are the different types of diagrams. There comes one dimensional diagram, two dimensional diagram, pictograms and cartograms. And one dimensional, two dimensional, three dimensional, then pictograms and cartograms. Four kinds of diagrams will come. But as per your syllabus, you are going to study one dimensional diagrams and two dimensional diagrams. One dimensional diagram is nothing but what we have studied till now. Simple bar diagram, where we locate with the simple bars, simple rectangular bars of equal width. Where simple rectangular bars of equal width are drawn. But how simple bar diagrams will be? This is the simple bar diagram. Simple bar diagram. Then comes multiple bar diagram. It we used to represents the set of interlinked data. Sets of interlinked data. What happens then? They rectangular bars. The adjacent rectangular bars are drawn. The set of adjacent rectangular bars. How multiple bar diagram? This is a one set. This is a multiple bar diagram. Then comes subdivided or component bar diagram. Subdivided or component bar diagram, it will be in the same format how we have drawn, but length will be different. The different length will be there for different bars. And you have seen percentages. Here length will be always 100. So with this we completed with the one dimensional bar diagram. Nextly we will move towards the two dimensional bar diagram. What is that one dimensional bar diagram? Where we consider only one dimension. What is that dimension? That is length. Here we take scale only for y-axis, means only for height, or the length is considered. Width is not considered. We won't take scale for width. Width we will take as much as possible. Equal width we will maintain for the purpose of its attraction or for the purpose of beautification. Here only length is considered. So with this we will wind up with today's class. Tomorrow we will start with two-dimensional diagram.